back, everyone, to this week's episode of Booking the Territory, the Unprofessional Wrestling Podcast, where today we're talking NWA Saturday Night on TBS from December the 23rd, 1989. Ho, ho, ho. We are 2 days away from Christmas, Doc, and it's hard to believe that we're here in 1989, literally about to turn the calendar again. I can't believe it. I'm sitting here with you. Harper, well, he's late, but what's new? It always happens that way, doesn't it? How you doing, Doc?
Man, I'm doing all right, I guess. Tonight is I really do have to believe that we have got maybe one of the best shows ever tonight. What do you think?
I'm not going to go there. Best show.
Come
one
on.
of the best ever?
This is the night where we sit down and go pick by pick through our 7-round mock draft and see where we got it right.
I have no clue what you mean by that, but okay.
Did you watch the NFL draft?
I watched the first round, watched most of the second and third. From there, I was kind of in and out because it was over the course of a Saturday, and yeah, so I watched most of it though.
Did you see that kid that the Jets drafted for quarterback? Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
Did you see his mama?
Yeah.
You look younger than us.
That's possible. Yeah. She had a mask on. I mean, I couldn't really.
Oh, not the one I saw.
Oh, okay. I mean, what are you saying? You sound like a creep right now. What the hell's wrong with you?
Why is that
Did you just hit mute or something? Because I just went dead. Huh, he did hit mute. Or he can't work his system over there. What's going on, Doc? Did you drop? Are you there? Hey, pal. Can't hear you. Can't hear you.
Why not?
Oh, what did you do? Hit mute? What's going on?
No, I'm sitting right here asking why you think it's creepy for me to think a 40-year-old woman is good looking.
You just seemed like really creepy, man.
Dude, we are an unprofessional podcast. Did you not get the memo? Speaking of that, I did some research, and we may need to get rid of that unprofessional part, pal.
Why is that?
Because I get a feeling some of these other pods are making some real money. And it was cute to say, we don't have any ads for the Army, but if we can make some serious money, we might need to sell ourselves.
Yeah, if this Patreon business doesn't pick up much more, I'm going to have to dip into the honey pot, I guess. No, I'm just kidding. But, we've turned down plenty of offers. We really have.
We would be like Austin in a suit and tie trying to play ball.
Yeah, one person.
You and I would be. And then Harper would be like Mankind in the tie.
Yeah, it's, and the thing was, I got an offer from someone and it was okay, but I mean, if you listen to some pods nowadays, 5, 6 commercials every episode, it just wasn't something that I was looking forward to doing. So products that I don't believe in, so I couldn't do it, man. I just couldn't.
What was it? Books?
Certainly wasn't KY jelly. I mean,
illiterate bastard. So you and I have some hard times upon us.
Harper's on. Keep talking.
Okay. Well, let's get him in here for this. He'll want to hear this too. He may have some hard times.
Well, as I'm bringing him in,
we need to see who's got some hard times.
As I'm bringing him in, let me shout out Disrespectfully Classy, Mark E. Blassie, Mike Childry, Jeremy Priest, Joe Ice. Thank you for your generous patronage each and every month. Become a patron at tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT. Help the show out. Get a lot of extra stuff in return. I'm dialing in Harper now. Hopefully he'll join us and he'll answer because he was green. There he is.
Hey.
What's up, man?
We're already live and loaded. We're already talking.
Yeah.
How you doing this week? How did this?
What's that?
You were probably taking your pre-show dump, and so I just wanted to see how it did.
Yeah.
Spinal. Did it have a little brainstem?
Malcolm in the Middle. Remember that show?
No.
No.
Okay.
What show?
Malcolm in the Middle.
That little shit became like a race car
it.
driver and shit. He left acting.
Damn, really? I was wondering what the fuck happened to him.
Hey,
Well,
Harper.
what I would have said is, how do you remember? How do you know that detail if you don't remember the show?
Because I never seen him anything past that.
Oh, well, how else is it going?
I'm doing great.
Doing great. That's good to hear. Living the dream. We're sure. We're sure.
Kicking ass and eating ass.
So
Are
Harper,
you?
how's that?
Wait,
are
wait,
you
wait.
able
Are
to?
you eating it first, or are you kicking it first? Do you kick it to like tenderize it,
Yeah,
and then
I gotta tenderize it like that meat hammer thing. What do you call that?
Meat
Hey,
mallet?
tenderizer?
Yeah, it's like something you'll see in like a fucking Conan or something.
And then do you stick a meat thermometer in there to see what the temperature is?
Oh, I just use my tongue for that.
Okay, that's kind of what I was thinking, but just wanted to confirm. That's good.
Hold up. Did you say? Do you put a meat thermometer in her butthole?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's got that little pointy start, thing
Yeah.
at the end.
You just gotta keep it loose.
Grow.
Don't tense up.
What the hell?
You definitely don't want to tense up on that.
Oh,
God.
I got my first shot.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Wow.
Once you're all
Okay.
vaxxed, we can start hanging out again.
Yeah.
And like we're getting close. I would imagine, So wait. Were there a lot of people there?
Fuck no. There was nobody there. That's why I did it. I went to this little local pharmacy down the street to pick up some shit, and it had a sign and like, yeah, COVID test available, walk-ins. I was like, yeah, fuck it, while I'm here. So
Now, did your arm hurt afterwards?
it's a little
When did you get this shot?
yesterday.
Okay. Do you mind sharing what brand you got?
Oh, what was it? The one that starts with an M.
Moderna.
Yeah.
That's the one I
Moderna.
got. That's the one that's the one they give white people.
Yeah. McDermott 35. That's when Mike went to school.
No, I didn't. I did not go to McDonough 35. Jesus.
They
Come
give
on.
they give the good stuff to those of us they want to live.
Yeah. And Mike's people get that Johnson and Johnson shit.
The blood clots, dude.
Yeah.
It's all a conspiracy. So I was talking when you came in about hard times, and Mike and I have had some hard times. Do you have any holidays this month, Harper?
Do we? No.
Mike, you had something special just happen. What did you just have happen?
Something special. Friggin' between goddamn Valentine's Day and mid-May with Mother's Day is like the death cycle. I got Valentine's Day, 2 kids' birthdays, anniversary,
fuck.
and Mother's Day in that stretch. And when
Damn.
I tell you
All right,
it
so-
is the boots, there is
That's
no
like Future Shock Starcade.
absolutely.
event.
You're gonna be
Bruh.
the Great Muda.
That's
Well-
dude, you nailed it.
I think Mike and I are doomed instead because I also have similar problems in that just in a couple of days, my kid's birthday is on the same day as Mother's Day.
Ooh.
And 8 days later, the wife's birthday.
Son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch. I mean, she buys everything that she wants already. So there's
Yeah.
nothing she needs. And then you got 2 of them back to back within a week.
How old's your kid
I
gonna
went,
be?
I went on one of those websites. There's like 23 things you need around the house, and we already have like 17 of them. And I'm like, shit. Here's some fucking wine. Get drunk. I don't know.
How old's your kid gonna be?
9.
Oh. Well, you don't play with toys anymore, huh? He's still at that age?
He never really played with toys.
Yeah.
What do kids like to do these days, Mike?
A tablet?
Tablet or a
That
video
tablet,
game.
bruh.
That's crazy, huh?
Yeah, today's kids aren't I mean this was even a thing when mine were younger than 10. I mean they were into they're the electronic generation, man. Toys like you and I with the He-Man, G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
Bro, that's stupid to them.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
so what do you get them?
Video games.
Video games.
That's it?
Yeah, for the most part.
That sucks.
Well, I mean, then when you get a teenage daughter, I mean, that's a whole nother ball of wax. I mean,
Oh yeah.
You got to get the Heather. I'm gonna get him a Heather Locklear poster. Put it on his wall.
Who's that? That's the chick from TJ Hooker. What's TJ Hooker? It was a show on TV. What's TV?
Well, there you go. So we're all in a salty mood, but the one big holiday coming up that we have to talk about is our BTT birthday.
well, why?
What are we
we're
gonna
talk?
What are we gonna do for that?
We're still 3 weeks away, so we don't really need to talk about it just yet.
We want to give everybody a lot of heads up so they can send us gifts.
Actually, 2 weeks away. What am I saying? That's just 2
See?
weeks away. Yeah, 6 years, bro.
6 years.
Think of all the shitty podcasts that have come and gone while we just keep churning
Boy,
it out.
no kidding.
That's
Lots
true,
of them.
huh?
Lots of them. Ric Flair went through 2.
Hey,
Austin's is just running reruns now. How many have died since we became a thing, Doc?
the podcast or the host?
Oh Jesus! I was talking about
Come
podcasts,
on.
not people.
Well, technically, if the host dies, that probably kills the podcast too.
I would agree. I mean, yeah.
Okay, I don't know. It's too many to keep up with. I know that you want to get moving because you said you needed to go spend quality time with Sasha later tonight, and we don't want you to get in trouble. We
I
did
love
have
how
a
I love how you
what?
throw that at me when you're the one who gets blown up at around the 60-minute mark.
No. That's not going to happen because I'm not drinking again tonight. Because one of my Mother's Day presents this week for Miss Doc is I can look at her on Sunday and go, "See, I didn't get all drunk this week."
So you're
Happy
admitting that you are a drunk. Okay, good. Alcoholic.
No, getting drunk and being a drunk are two different things.
Dude,
I
you
can
are
go-
an alcoholic, bro. There's no
and
other
I
way
can
to
say-
say it.
Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah.
That's what
You're the
everybody out
worst
there needs
kind of
to do for
alcoholic,
Mother's
too.
Day. I hope you. This will come out after Mother's Day, but I hope you just went up to your mom and said, "I'm not drunk today. Happy Mother's Day."
You're the
You're
worst kind of
welcome.
alcoholic because you got money. That's the worst problem.
Why?
Because you can just buy whatever alcohol you want and be in
I've
denial.
wanted to get drunk in my life and not had money, so I can tell you that this side of it is a lot better.
Well, poor alcoholics have it harder because, I mean, like, you know, people look at them and go, "Oh, you're a wino. Clean up your life. Get a good job." Rich drunks, I got good jobs, so why do I need to clean up and not be an alcoholic?
Yeah, they got a parachute. They
Yeah,
can afford to be fucking idiots.
yeah, that's exactly it. So I congratulate you on being a rich alcoholic.
Right. And I traded all in a second to have Harper's situation where his significant other is a bartender.
Yeah.
Hey Harper. So is your girl's injury, you know, that's not causing any problems with the circle dot, is it? Or are you still able to
No,
You know,
I mean,
get
she can't
in the
even
yam bag and
fucking,
everything?
She can't run from me.
No, she can't run from me.
So you're just still plowing away, huh, pal?
No.
He's full
What?
of it.
I mean, she's got a fucked up knee.
So you ain't tried to fuck her kneecap, are you?
That's nice. Come on.
Going to hell. He thinks he's funny. He thinks he's funny. He's laughing. And
Hey, we're
That's
supposed to have fun.
fucked up.
I want to know why you call us the most unprofessional podcast out there if you don't want us to say anything.
because of
that's-
y'all two.
Huh?
Y'all are terrible. You and Harper are terrible.
We are
What?
bad people. That's true. We are not good humans.
He's like, well, you're not trying to bang her knee. Jesus.
That's nice.
Grow up.
Throw up in a like a holster, like in a hospital bed where her knees lifted, and just work around it. Grab a
That's
hold.
true, huh?
Just grab a hold.
I don't believe for 2 seconds that Harper's not going to Pound Town, bro.
Oh, come on.
Pound Town. Look at you.
What?
30 seconds ago, you're admonishing us on being terrible humans, and you're talking about Pound Town.
What? I don't believe for 2 seconds that Harper's practicing abstinence during his time when his girl's down for the
Well,
count.
I'm Catholic, so
All right, Doc, you got a 5-star review you need to read?
I do have a quick 5-star review. Want to make sure that we do give Travis Wilson a little bit of love. We got a 5-star from him. It says, "Still loving the show. thanks for all the hard work with the devil horns thrown up in the air. So I'm assuming his favorite band is Winger.
Oh,
Nah, I'm just kidding. Nobody's favorite band is Winger.
no. The hell with the devil. Remember that album?
That was Stripe.
Same thing.
Kind of, except Winger's hit was about molesting a 17-year-old.
That's true.
Well, you want to talk about trying to release that shit. Try releasing that. I think we've talked about that before.
Yeah.
17, Daddy says she's too young, but she's old enough for me. What
Notice
the
how
hell
Mike
is that?
knows no rock and roll songs until you mentioned the one about a 17-year-old girl.
Well, we talked about
Yeah,
that
you
one
fucking
before,
R. Kelly
you
fuck.
idiot.
And now he knows all the lyrics.
He's
We've
got the
talked
greatest
about-
hits album.
We've
On
talked
CD.
about Winger before. I think
What
we
is
talked about it
What
on
is
the
it,
Rock
one song
Band
long?
episode.
It's the single. CD single.
All right, I got some shout outs, Doc. Can we get to that we can get into the main
I
show?
think we should definitely do some shout outs. Is this about our burgeoning patron list?
I guess if you can call it that. So real quick, we got Christopher Hansen, new patron. Christopher F, new patron. Thank you for signing up. Again, if you're not a patron, become one at tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT. That's how you get all the pre-shows, the pay-per-views, the clashes, all that stuff. Doc and I did another pre-show tonight where we recorded an episode on the Roddy Piper documentary. We talked about that along with the Kane and Undertaker memorabilia show. So please check it out. Again, tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT. And then one other thing, shout out to longtime Robert Smith for the Danhausen cameo that he sent me. Thanks, Robert. Hopefully there will be a Wildcat show in the next few months or years. Whenever this damn pandemic is done and we can meet up with the rest of the BTT crew and Army. I know you said you wanted to go last year when I talked to you, so hopefully eventually we'll have one. Harper, any word on that?
Wait. I said we're vaxxed so that we could hang out, not that we could hang out with the people. They don't have vaccinations strong enough for that.
Oh.
Harper, like I was saying before the village fucking drunk interrupted me. What's going on? Have you heard anything more or no at this point?
No. Hopefully within the next month or two.
Yeah, I'm ready to roll. I'm ready to come down to Wildcat. I'm ready to come to an event. I will say that. So yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to make it happen, man. Whenever that is, and I'm just gonna say it. I know we usually wait for X-rated. But Harper, should we just have the BTT meet up at whenever the next event is and not wait for X-rated?
I mean, whatever. Whatever floats your boat, Michael.
You think Harper truly
I haven't
gives a
seen
shit
you
about
in 2 years, Buttercup. So I'm looking forward to seeing you again.
Oh, that's great.
Hey,
Yeah.
just so you know, and it's not. Just so you know, I find it amusing, not a problem, that all of you on Twitter sit around talking about me and drinking White Claws. It's cute.
The truth hurts, doesn't it?
I still got to see is I can give you the fucking football.
Yeah, you were supposed to see
Send me your address.
last June. No, I'm gonna be down there.
Oh, really?
I mean,
all right.
No, I'm saying like as soon as they have an event, I'm gonna go.
Oh, really? All right. Well, there you go.
Bro, my wife is begging me to get out of the damn house. Trust me, I'm gonna be.
Bring your gear.
Yeah,
that won't happen. But
yeah, we get you in from we get you in from Texas. We get Tommy Rich in from Georgia or Tennessee, and it's on.
I'm currently politicking to do commentary with Harper on a few matches, so we'll see how that goes. Luke said I would be doing commentary at one point, but he may have been drunk that night himself, so who knows.
That's nice.
Anyway, he's Luke. He's got large arms, and he's got the ego the size of his arms as well. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Don't be a Darren, everybody out there. Okay, Doc, do we need to get into this show, or what are we doing here?
Well, you sounded like a guy who was trying to get your shit in right there. I say we go to the show because we have a good one to talk about here today. This is some good wrestling.
Is it really?
I don't know. You tell me.
I think I watched the right one. I hope so. Was it 51?
No.
Oh.
Well, let's get going. It was 50, December the 23rd, 1989, Harper. You should
It
have
was
texted
50.
me like, yes.
I clicked on 50, and it was Future Shock. And I was like, okay, it must be 51.
No, Harper, it's okay.
Did it start off with the Future Shock Starcade intro?
I'm sharing it right now on my screen. That's how it started.
Fuck.
World
My
Championship
bad.
Wrestling logo. Well, it's okay. We'll drag you through like we normally do, or you'll drag us through. So the show opens from Greensboro, North Carolina, this
Those
week
commercials.
at the Coliseum. Just wait till 1990. We'll get to see all the milk commercials. They're coming. Don't worry. They'll be on the show. We open up. We've got JR. He's going to welcome us in. And, Doc, we've got JR and Gordon Soley, who they tell us Sullivan is in Ireland for the next few weeks on personal business. And I popped at that. And I didn't look up to see where Sullivan may have been or may not have been. So I'm sure he's somewhere. I don't know about Ireland. But, Doc, any thoughts on the opening?
I popped too because I imagine he's in Japan making money.
Yeah. And then,
Now-
why don't they just say that then?
Maybe they're having a falling out with New Japan or All Japan or good old JR has another color commentator. And oh, by the way, he has to do it with his idol, which probably isn't easy.
It's fine.
Oh,
But I mean, Gordon's
Okay.
been doing commentary in WCW now for a while, but he's just not really been on the Saturday Night show.
Okay.
What else you got from the opening, Doc?
Greensboro Coliseum. Good looking building, man.
there we go.
Sure is. So we got the Midnight Express. They're going to take on the Fantastics, but it's the Fantastics of Jackie Fulton and Bobby Fulton, that version, which we were very accustomed to as we watched Smoky Mountain Wrestling because they were there for the first 7 or 8 months as a tag team there. The Midnight are going to win. I don't know if it was anything special. It was a good TV match. They gave them close to 10 minutes, so it was good stuff. Doc, I'll throw it to you. What do you have?
Well, coming to the ring, first of all, wonderful, to hear the jams of the Midnight Express. This is pay-per-view quality in the opening match on a Saturday night.
Yeah, I mean, they curtain
They
jerk here,
said,
but
did the Chiron say the new Fantastics?
did it? I didn't see that. If it did,
I
that
think
was a
it
good
just said the
catch. Hold on.
Fantastics.
It said the Fantastics, but they kept calling them the new Fantastics.
Oh.
And
Oh,
putting new in front of shit isn't good.
Yeah, that's never good.
Right. But so it's the Fantastics on the Chiron, but they call them the new Fantastics. Jackie Fulton looks like Kendall Windham wishes he looked.
yeah, Jackie's got more meat on his bones than Kendall. did.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Man, I've known this before, but it really popped out at me in this match. Bobby Fulton throws a hell of a right hand punch.
I agree. Bobby Fulton, just in general, was a really good wrestler. And you know something? We saw this in Smoky Mountain. As a tag team, I know everybody realizes, Tommy and Bobby were the Fantastics, but Doc, would you agree that they weren't like a bad version of the Fantastics together?
No.
Jackie and Tommy.
Yeah.
They were really good.
Yeah.
They are really
Um,
good. I mean, it's like saying the Heavenly Bodies are really good, but you'd prefer Stan Lane with Bobby Eaton.
What do you mean, Stanley with Bobby Eaton? You
The
mean-
Heavenly Bodies were a good tag team.
Right, but
But
Bobby
if
Eaton-
I'm gonna put Stan Lane with one person, it's not gonna be Steve Kern or Del Rey or Pritchard or any of those other guys. It's gonna be Bobby Eaton. So if
I disagree. If we're talking about a team known as the Heavenly Bodies, I don't have a problem with Stan and Dr. Tom.
it's not that I said I had a problem with it.
No, Michael. Did you just listen to this white man?
Oh.
That's what's wrong with you people. You just hear what you want to hear.
Mm.
That's fucked up. Just delete that.
That's the first time you've ever said that. So you know it's extra. special.
Okay, Doc, whatever you say.
I'm just saying that I don't even know what I was saying anymore. I hate you and I hate this show and I'm about to...
Harper threw you off.
You're constantly just picking at me like a small child. If I wanted to deal with that shit, I'd go out in the other room and parent my kids.
Oh my God, you're playing the victim right now. Holy crap. Oh, that was good. You are the victim all of a sudden. Dish it out, but can't take it. Wow. Wow.
6 years of being victimized by your crap.
Yeah.
In Harper's run-ins. All right. Doc, any other thoughts on this? Like I said, it was a good match. I don't have anything like special from it. Do you mean you want me to fast forward to it so you can talk about it, or what?
I just put that the finish looked like a rough move to take, but I didn't write down what it was.
Me either.
Shooting the bird at him.
I did.
Yeah.
I mean, this is Greensboro. They still think it's real there in '89, right? I mean, wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
They haven't killed the town yet.
They haven't killed it yet. But, it's the midnight curtain jerker. I think here's a finish, Doc, that you were talking about.
Oh, it's like the total elimination.
Oh, he hit Jackie really good. And why was Bobby getting in the ring so quick? God, he could have broke that up if he really wanted to. But anyway, the midnight win, and that was that. All right, Doc.
Cleanish pin. That kind of surprised me here.
Well, he did break it up, but the ref kept counting, right?
The ref kept counting, yep.
Yeah.
All right, Doc. We got Luger here. It's meat and potatoes. He tells Sting he's going to take him down once and for all. Did you have anything from it, or do I need to play it or not? I don't have anything from it.
No, I don't have anything from it either.
Yeah, it was very meat and potatoes, and yeah, that's that. So then we go to the next match, and we got Arn Anderson and Ole Anderson, the Minnesota Wrecking Crew, versus the State Patrol, which by some weird reason Harper does not remember them, and I'm shocked that
I don't remember them. I'm sorry.
I remember you saying that. I was like, God, I can't believe that. But we got the State Patrol, Buddy Lee Parker, James Earl Wright.
Hold on. Well, there's a point here where you need to hit the crowd noise.
At what point? When Arn and Ole come out, or what?
Yeah. It's after Arn hits the spine buster. The crowd.
Oh, when they explode. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they popped. I mean, I'm guessing, Arn's only been back. There's a sign in the
crowd that says "Welcome home, Arn."
Yeah. Okay.
Look at that.
Okay. Well, the one I watched, it's in the same building.
Yeah, because they did two tapings.
Yeah.
Probably. This would make. I mean, I'm thinking he just came back on December the 6th, so I'm guessing this would have been his first time in Greensboro.
Oh yeah,
since he's been back.
So 1730 is your spine buster.
All right, let's go.
And look at the crowd behind the ring, on the other side. First of all, best spine buster in the business.
All right, I'm about to play it with the audio. We're about 18 seconds away from it. Here it is.
And watch
double teaming Arn Anderson. Downstairs they go, and Double A in trouble here in the early going of this contest.
Well, I'll tell you what, if that's the way they want to go at it, the Minnesota Wrecking Crew got its name for tactics just like this, so watch for the Andersons to suddenly explode.
Spine buster by Arn Anderson on Sergeant Buddy Lee Parker. And the Horseman fans are well represented here in Greensboro tonight.
I'd say they erupted. It didn't come through as loud as I thought it would, but they certainly were.
But the visual was really good on the video of the crowd behind jumping up when he hit that.
100% agree.
Hey,
really good.
Harper, what shade of red are Ole's tights?
Is that like Texas A&M or like Mississippi State color?
Boy, I thought he was about to say something else, but I'm not going to say what
do
I
you
thought.
think I was going to say?
Me too.
You're nasty, so I thought you were about to say something else.
That's nice.
I feel like I threw an ephus pitch at you and you struck out. You fouled it off.
I don't know what color red is that.
I ain't saying it.
I was hoping you would tell me.
Cycle red.
Come on.
Cycle red.
You need to push pause.
What the hell's wrong with y'all?
Not me. That isn't what I was gonna say.
I thought that's what Harper was going to say.
Right. That's a great question.
Why the hell? Fuck, if I had to get exposed to that, I'm like, get fuck. It's not my fault. Fucking Eve ate the goddamn apple. Why do I gotta be exposed to this?
I don't know what Eve has to do with this, but okay.
That's why God gave women pain during childbirth and fucking periods, because she didn't listen to a man and she listened to a snake and she ate the fucking apple.
Okay, Father Harper, thank you for the sermon.
That's right. And there will be no dancing in this fucking town.
All right, Father.
That concludes your daily devotional with Hardbody Harper.
Peace be with you.
And also with you. Boy, I'll never forget being a kid raised in a Catholic church. Dear God.
Wow. Show us on a doll where a bad man touched you.
This doll doesn't have a booty hole, sir.
Come on. I tell you, Darren's got a funny story where he was...
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
Yeah. He was an altar boy, and they basically told his mom he's not coming back here. He's done.
We're talking about the same guy who says, "What the hell, Harper? I mean, what's that talk about Bruno? You know, talk about Bruno, talk about JYD, talk about Mid South. I mean, what the hell, man? Tune in and you're talking about cycles and stuff. What the hell, bro?" This is the same Darren we're talking about. The priest kicked him out of mass. So just for perspective here. All right, Doc. Any other thoughts on Arn and Minnesota Wrecking Crew defeating State Patrol?
Another clean pin.
Another clean pin. Absolutely right. No run in, no anything like that.
And while the State Patrol is certainly not main event talent, they're not Rick Ryder and Rockhard Rick. So I mean, we've had two matches with some, decent talent out there.
I would say they're kind of like a tag team, Ranger Ross.
Oh, just hold on.
Yeah, just hold on. State Patrol were very underrated. They both could work their asses off, and they were a good tag team. They actually looked like a tag team. And I said it when they kind of debuted as the State Patrol about a month ago or so, and maybe longer ago than that. I could do a lot with that gimmick nowadays, and I'm going to leave it at that as I go to Ric Flair.
Could do a lot, bro. Because I was listening to this on my Spotify. I got it's like the throwback WWE entrance music, and a Big Boss Man came on. I'm thinking about the Big Boss Man. I was like, there's no way you could do this. Fucking do that gimmick when I used to handcuff the guys to the ropes and beat them with the stick. Fuck.
I don't know. Vince would have had him take it to the entire Hurt Business, pal.
Oh.
He wouldn't have. He'd been too much backlash.
Oh, yeah. God, they would have been monsters.
They would have done it.
USA.
They would have done it and then apologized because he wouldn't have known that it was a bad thing to do.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's from a different generation.
It was acceptable back then.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, let's go to Ric Flair, Arn Anderson, and Ole. They're going to cut a promo.
Hey, real quick.
Yeah.
That picture right there, that's what wrestling looks like.
Boy, no shit. Those four guys, and I'm including JR into it. Let's listen to him. Here it is.
Well, I'm sure all these great fans here in Greensboro will agree with me. It's great to see the four horsemen back together in the National Wrestling Alliance. Nature Boy Ric Flair, the world's champion. It's great to be among friends, is it not?
Rest assured, we are reunited, and baby, it feels so good. The wrestling world knows the logo They know the trademark. And most of all, they know big-time professional athletics when they see it. We've been champions. We've taken a great deal of pride in who and where and what we have accomplished in this sport. We're back together. It's a great feeling for me. I'm proud to be out here with two guys that I know are champions in the greatest sport in the world.
You know, a lot of people have had a chance to see all the pretty boys. And one thing about the Andersons, I don't think anybody ever accused us of being pretty. But one thing they know, when we get in the ring, we do something better than anybody else in the whole world. And that's wrestle. And that's why these people come here to see us now. The Andersons and Flair, the Wrecking Crew, the Four Horsemen, we're back. And we're going to do somebody in.
You're back home, Double A.
Jim Ross, 4 lives. Took 4 separate trails in the past 1 year. Everywhere I went across this country, everybody always said, "Where's Rick? Where's Ole? How could you leave the National Wrestling Alliance?" I didn't really have an answer for him, but every week I looked at that TV and I kept abreast of what was going on. Ric Flair didn't call me. I called home. I'm coming home to stay this time, and things are going to change in the wrestling. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back with Woman and Doom right after this timeout.
So real quick, Doc, Arn mentions that he watched the WCW TV while he was gone, but he said on his episode of his podcast when he came back to WCW that he was like, I never had time to watch the TV, which I'm not saying why did he lie. I'm just pointing it out. Like there was no way he had time, that WWF schedule he was working while he was gone. Other than that, that was a hell of a promo from Arn, in my opinion. What did you think, Doc?
That's what we've been missing the last year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was fucking awesome, man.
4 lives. I mean, he started out he knew where he was going. And he had you from the beginning. And, dude, that's what we've been missing.
Harper, what'd you think?
That's fucking great.
So,
it's
so
like it's
all the-
serious again.
I want to point something out. If you're a patron, you can see this with the video version as I'm playing this. Look at Arn's eyes as he cuts that promo. You see how he stares into the camera? He's
looking
glaring
through the camera.
He's looking through it, and he's talking to you personally.
That's right.
And as much as his words mean everything, it's the look that he always gives when he's cutting those promos. He is speaking through the camera into your soul so that you care. And that's one of the things that make guys like him so phenomenal. And you saw it there.
And you could tell Rick was like, fuck yeah, when he put up the 4 fingers.
Oh, yeah, at the very end? Yeah, you sure
You
could.
tell he's like, dude, that was fucking great.
And he's happy to have Arn back, you know?
Well, they were still
Look at
friends
him.
back then.
Well, yeah. I mean, obviously.
And Ole just seems old.
Ole said that as baby faces that they're going to do somebody in.
That goes to show
And
you
I
kind
guess-
of like...
And I guess that qualifies as a babyface promo for Ole.
Yeah, pretty much. We keep moving, and we got Rick Ryder and Paul Drake. They're
Look at
going
Paul
up
Drake
against...
flex.
Do it.
They're going up... There it is. They're going up against Doom. I don't know why the hell Doom is coming out the Great Balls of Fire.
Jesus.
Oh my, what?
They messed up the song. Yeah, they come out the Great Balls of Fire. WCW, you know how they do things. I mean, it is what it is.
They should be coming out to Public Enemy.
I don't have a problem with the song. I guess I got so used to it, the song that they did come out to. But the fact that they played Great Balls of Fire when they came out, I was like, what the hell?
Wouldn't that Johnny be bad?
Did Johnny B. Bad come out the Great Balls of Fire?
Something like that, huh?
I don't remember. By the way, I'm going to make people mad at me.
Butch didn't like it either.
Yeah, he's mad. You look at him.
He says
Face
something
balls
like
on fire.
Yeah.
He's pissed off. Look at him. He's pissed. He's legit pissed. Oh man! Somebody on the Facebook group said they had dominatrix mask on as Doom.
No, they're just black mask.
I know, but I don't know. It is what it is. But they come out the Great Balls of Fire. They're pissed off. Sound guy made a huge mistake. As far as the match, I'd call it a squash, and Doom wins with ease. Doc, anything from it?
Doom has too much bullshit floating around.
Look at this asshole.
It's true. They got Jerry Lee Lewis. They got Nitron. They got Norman out there. Teddy's involved now. Just there's too much bullshit.
Yeah, woman needs just like it's time to peace out and just give him to Teddy. It makes more sense.
Let these brothers whoop some ass.
Yeah.
I mean, they just emasculated him on Starrcade. You know, I mean, they just buried him. It's crazy they bury him, but they're going to recover from it.
With the way they treated him on the way they just treated him on Starrcade, I'm surprised they didn't change both of their names to Toby.
Oh.
What?
Oh my God! Look at this asshole.
What asshole, Harper?
Norman the lunatic. About 5 minutes ago, we've seen fucking Arn Anderson cut that perfect promo,
and now this.
And now we're to this. Jesus.
Harper, you saw the picture I posted in the Facebook group of Captain Mike and Norman.
Captain Mike looks like the guy from the old Tidy Bowl commercial. You remember that? That fucking blue shit you would put in your tank had that old commercial with the guy like in a boat, yes. And that's what he looks like.
Yes. You know, Harper, Doc and I were talking. So when we get to 1990, the episodes that we have, they have all the commercials on it.
Oh, there you go.
And some of the commercials may be better than the wrestling. We'll talk about that when we get there, though. But yeah, Norman walks out, and I don't got anything else, Doc. Doom is going to win. You got anything?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Well, the next match, we're going to have Mike Rotunda versus Tommy Rich. And Rotunda, he's still coming out to the Varsity Club music, and he's still wearing the singlet, but he's Captain Mike Rotunda. Doc, before I say anything else about this match,
make it make sense. Make it make sense. Didn't they do?
Well, they had a match. Remember, they had the match where Tommy Young got hurt.
No. I'm saying, so before they go to commercial, after the Doom match, they did a quick 20-second interview or promo with Tommy Rich.
Yeah, that was garbage.
I was just gonna say, last time I crippled Tommy Young, Nick Patrick, you better watch your ass.
Here it is for the video version if they want to see it, because it was real quick. It's like a 5, 6, 7 second thing. Jesus, look at this buffoon. It looks like he just said, Nick Patrick, I'm going to cripple your ass. You're right. Okay, keep going.
BC.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He's Captain Mike, but he's still coming out in his Varsity Club attire.
Did they ever explain why he becomes a sailor? Or whatever the fuck?
He likes the seaman.
I wouldn't say he explains it, but there is... If you're looking for a clear night and day promo, I don't remember that. But I do remember, I feel like he cuts a promo where he just, talks about, I'm Captain Mike.
I'm Captain Mike. Nice to meet me.
They do tie it in. He ends up feuding, let me just say this. He ends up feuding with Sullivan, and they try to tie it in where, they were members of the Varsity Club and all that. But through no fault of Mike Rotunda's, because I respect him immensely, they just, after the Varsity Club, just like they couldn't book him well before the Varsity Club, it's not good, and it's not his fault at all.
What if it was his idea?
Fuck no, he didn't think of that.
Yeah, I can't see it, bruh. I can't see it. Like, I have no problem with him being in a faction or anything. Like, I mean, again, the Varsity Club was phenomenal. I mean, just think of Starrcade last year, a year ago at Starrcade, with him and Rick Steiner, and Rick Steiner winning the belt. And now he's just floundering. He's wrestling Tommy Rich. Tommy Rich and him, they actually have a good match here. I was going to say that, but
what?
Yeah, it's all right. I mean,
you're not shitting on this guy. What's wrong? You found Jesus?
What's wrong with you? You think just because all former wrestlers find Jesus and God that I'm the same way?
Oh.
I've always had Jesus and God in my life, pal.
Oh,
okay?
there you go.
I'm blessed and highly favored, pal.
America.
What causes the wrestlers to find Jesus?
Drugs.
Guilt. Guilt.
My bad.
Guilt. Severe guilt. If you've ever talked to some old wrestlers, man, some of them, you need therapy after you've had a conversation with them. At least in my opinion. All right. Doc, what are your thoughts on this match, if anything?
So I know that you're not a big Tommy Rich fan, but these are two names in the business. We had the Fantastics against the Midnights. We had State Patrol versus the Horsemen. It's almost like they realized that they messed up on the pay-per-view, and they're trying to give this back something here.
Oh, yeah, there were names all over this tonight. I mean, good talent.
Now, that being said, I don't care one shit about this match.
Yeah.
I mean,
well,
I'm rooting for Nick Patrick to make it out alive, but other than that...
Well, the heat must have been on in the building because, I mean, at one point, I just remember looking at the match and like, good God, Tommy Rich is dripping buckets.
Well, Rotunda's always sweaty.
Well, I mean, the thing about Rotunda is you can't smell the
December.
liquor coming out of his pores. I know. That's what I'm saying. The heat must have been on. I mean, with Tommy Rich, he was sweating so badly. I mean, you could smell it. You could smell the Jack Daniels.
Oh, come on.
In the end, this thing ends up being a double count out. No one wins, and that's the only other notes I have. Doc, did you have anything else?
Not particularly, no.
Yeah, it is what it is. Not again, whatever. So there is a quick dynamic. I'm going to freeze it for a second. There's a quick Dynamic Dudes promo. Shane and Johnny have a contract, and they want the Midnight Express to sign it. Do I need to play this, Doc, or can you speak to it? Because it's not good, but the contract is of importance.
I don't even remember. Something happens.
They have a contract. They've got a contract. They want a match.
We're going to find out later what the contract means.
Right. They've got a contract. They want it. They position it here as a match between them and the Midnight Express. Okay? That's it. Johnny Ace looks like what does he look like, Doc? We've talked about this last week, but thank you, Harper. You said it well. Look at him. Mikey and DFW.
He looks too old to be dressed like that.
Dude, you hit the nail on the head.
He's like that old broad in 90210.
Which one?
The old broad. Which one? What are you talking about?
Andrea Zuckerman. She was like 40.
Oh, the little Jewish girl. Yeah, that's true, huh?
Wait.
What? Why is she a Jewish girl? What are you talking about?
Because she was that was her gimmick. She was the poor little Jewish girl.
Was she? I don't remember.
Yeah, she was
lived
the
in
poor
another
little
town and like.
Right. And she had to use. Right. Like she lived in, like on the wrong side of the tracks type of deal. And she had to lie about where she lived and sleep on her grandma's sofa and yada, yada, yada.
She wanted Brandon to circle, her.
Yeah,
he never did.
Brandon Welch is Brandon Welch. He's not going to mess around with that broad.
He's going to bang everything else.
Exactly. Because he's on the fucking newspaper staff at fucking West Beverly High.
God, this show. Ugh. Y'all sound like pros.
That fucking ringtone. The entrance to their fucking theme music. I couldn't find it.
I can get it off of YouTube for you and send you like the MP3 of it.
There you go.
I'll send it to you.
All right.
Remind me. Johnny Ace looks like something else here. I can't take it serious. But anyway, they have a contract. They're trying to get the Midnight Express to sign it. And we're going to see more about that and hear more about that later in the episode. So I'll keep going.
You know what he looks like? It just hit me.
Uh-oh. Please tell us.
A fucking drug dealer guy on the beach you'll see on fucking Baywatch. He's a heel from fucking Baywatch.
Doc, you got any thoughts on that?
I don't.
None? Come on. Seriously.
He's the Matt Riddle of 1989.
So Mikey and DFW tweeted me last week about this because evidently there was another still shot of him looking just like this in the Patreon video. And he said, I just got the BTT _podcast Patreon email that the new video pod is up. And the first thing I see is fucking Johnny Ace in neon and sunglasses, backwards hat too. I forgot that part.
Dude, I can just picture David Hasselhoff chase him down the beach and like tackle him down as he tries to run away.
And like dime bags fall out of his jacket on the
Yeah. That's the last time you try to hurt the kids around here with this poison.
Fine, whatever, man. Just
JBL
don't call the cops.
JBL Objective on Twitter replied to it and said, even by dynamic dude standards, Johnny looks like adult, and we were supposed to believe that a woman left Stan Lane for that guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. It's so true. It's so true. These guys nailed it. But yeah, I got nothing. We'll find out more about this contract later in the episode, and that's that. Johnny Ace looks like a total buffoon. All right, Doc. We keep going, and I actually went too far on the match. Let me go back some. Kendall Windham is taking on Lee Scott. So now we've got two not so big names here. We've had a bunch of names so far. Windham is going to win. Doc, do you have anything from this? Bulldog?
That Bulldog looked kind of stiff, huh?
Yeah.
It did. It looked stiff. What were you about to say, though?
Wrong guy won.
Wrong guy won.
I'm a Lee Scott fan.
Me too.
He's like a 1989 Zubaz version of the Mulkeys.
He's something. He takes good backdrops. That's why I like him. All right, we'll keep going. The next match is the Terminator versus Agent Steel. And so, Harper, I want you to look at the Terminator. Do you remember about 2 months ago, there was a guy who ran into the ring during a Scott Hall match? Do you remember that?
I think so, yeah.
And you were like, who's that guy? And I'm like, I don't know. We'll find out later. And you're like, come on, bro, tell me.
Yeah.
Here he is.
Kept saying, who's that guy?
Marcus
So there he
Laurinaitis.
is. That's right. That is, and I didn't want to say it at the time because I knew we'd see him with his name. That is Marcus Laurinaitis, brother of Johnny and Animal, versus Agent Steel.
He looks like a road warrior. Without the
With
paint.
And
and
it's a
no-
good thing that
and-
they didn't do something like that and make him like Road Warrior Shemp.
Yeah, like fucking Crush and Demolition.
I think even Animal knew we got to protect the brand.
I mean, at least this guy looks like he could be Animal's brother. Well, I mean, looks like, you know what I'm saying. Johnny Ace just is like the stepchild or something, right? He just.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Johnny Ace looks like his mom. Well, maybe I
Don't-
shouldn't say.
Go ahead and say it. I can bleep it out in post production.
She just seems like she might have gotten pregnant by sitting on the washing machine instead of actually having sex with a man when she had Johnny.
That's nice. How does that happen?
I don't know what that
knocked
means.
up by a
But
whirlpool?
Yeah. That's where he got all his personality, was from his father, the washing machine.
dude was falling by a washing machine. All right. Doc, any thoughts on the Terminator versus Agent Steel?
Not particularly, no.
Yeah, I don't have any either.
Because we don't reference him coming out. They don't, do they?
Yeah, I mean, they say the Terminator.
Yeah, but do they
does...
reference that he came out and interrupted the match?
No, they don't say anything about that. But in fairness, I'm not watching. I've not seen the worldwides during this time period and the other shows, so I couldn't really tell you if he's been on there. I'm going to assume he is. I never Googled it to check, but yeah, I mean, so there is that. Now, with that said, of course, we don't. There's no way of knowing.
Well, he's automatically leapfrogged into the position of second best Laurinaitis in the Fed.
I could have thought. I remember a Terminator, a guy that wore like a mask, and he was kind of like. No, I could have sworn during his time there was some guy called Terminator something, and he had Terminator going. Terminator something, and he had like Terminator going down his pants leg, and he wore a mask or something.
Well, and later, isn't Bill DeMott crashed the Terminator?
That might be it.
Y'all can DM Harper on Facebook. He would love to hear from you.
DM Chris Zoncha. Give him something to do.
Zaha.
No, that poor bastard.
I love that dude.
His real last name.
I love that dude. I love that dude. I love that dude. He is. If everybody in the world was like him, the world literally would have world peace.
I know. He sent me a Motorhead. How badass is that?
Yeah. Tell him. What did he send you, Harper? A Motorhead album?
Yeah. I was like, what the fuck is this? I'm like,
I like Motorhead more than Harper does.
Yeah, right.
Well, you're kayfabing the listener, so I don't know what to tell you. But Zaha,
that's all right. I can just buy my own shit. I don't need these people.
Oh, okay.
That's
well,
nice.
Good. Then buy your own shit. Nobody cares about you. Zaha is one of the greatest dudes that I've met through this show. Among a lot of greats. Don't get me wrong. He is good people. He is really good people. Him and his wife are really good people. I love that guy. Hey, Zaha. Javorski's an idiot. Zaha, if you ever need help with hair products for your little boy, I got the hookup. Not saying that I could get you anything for free. I'm saying I can help you along the way with that stuff, that type of stuff. And he'll know what I'm talking about. But seriously, yeah, Zaha, good kid. Good kid. R.I.P. Big Al, we love you. We'll keep moving on that note. I got nothing. If I wanted to listen to the town drunk, I'd go to a local bar down the street. Tommy Rich is cutting a promo with JR. Doc, you got anything from this nonsense?
Why wouldn't we listen to a world champion speak?
You really want to listen to you want to? Okay, here we go.
He beat Harley Race.
Let's listen to the town drunk.
Very much, Gordon Sully. Tommy, I know you're not very pleased with the way that match, the outcome of the match with Mike Rotunda just moments ago.
Well, somebody say something about the wildfire wanted to cry over spilled milk. So what I did, I come back here and talk to the officials. I want to thank these people because next week, right here on the main event show tomorrow, Mike Rotunda, you'll have the chance. You can run, but you won't be able to hide. Because you know why? Whatever it amounts to, it's going to be you and me in a lumberjack match. Every time you start to run, there'll be somebody to throw you back into me, and I'm going to whip you, boy.
Fans, that's this Sunday night, 6:05 on the NWA main event. And when we come back, Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert and Ranger Ross to take on the Masked Galaxians right after this on TBS.
Wow, that was a riveting promo.
Yeah.
When I was a kid,
spilled milk.
When I was a kid,
he doesn't cry over spilled milk. He cries over spilled cocaine.
Oh. When I was a kid, I really enjoyed the lumberjack match.
Fuck, I used to love the fuck battle royal matches.
That too.
Yeah.
Lumberjack match was good though. I'm with Doc.
Yeah.
They do them some bitches in world class and mid-south.
And there's so many different ways you can play the angles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Doc's right. Lumberjack matches are good.
And
someone would just lumberjack where they
start squaring off with each other.
Yeah, lumberjack matches that was good stuff, man. Because the thing was, the heel couldn't run generally. That was the thing that made it good. The heel try to roll out the ring and powder out. The lumberjacks throw him back in, or if it was a lumberjack strap match, they'd have the belts on the outside and they'd be whipping them as they roll out the ring. So yeah,
A whole lot easier to bring a bunch of wrestlers down to the ring than it is to put the cage up.
Yep, that's true. Harper, you got any thoughts on Tommy Rich?
God, he just sounds like a redneck fuck, huh?
Well, what do you think? I mean, don't overthink this.
Driving the 18-wheeler, pulling up to the fucking truck stop with a can of dip in his back pocket with that big gallon thing of fucking coffee.
Somebody say something about truck stop hand jobs. Yeah.
Well, we'll keep the show moving. I've got nothing else to say about the town drunk. Let's go to the Midnight Express and Jim Cornette. See what goes on here.
The Dynamic Dudes came out with this contract, and they requested that if you will sign it, they will have an Anything Goes match right here next week on World Championship Wrestling.
You know there's surprises in life all the time. There's surprises that come up. You got earthquakes. You got hurricanes, tornadoes. The Russian army sang the national anthem, God Bless America, at Kennedy Center. That's a big surprise. But you know what? The biggest surprise is, hold this, Bobby. The biggest surprise is that the Dynamic Dudes would have the guts in their stinking, wretched bodies to come out here and propose to have an Anything Goes match with the Midnight Express, and especially right here on TV, where we've humbled them so many times before. So after we defeated the Fantastics so easily just a little earlier, I saw that interview with the dudes and I said, brother, for that $10,000 that the dude stole from us, if you want an Anything Goes match, you've got an Anything Goes match. I can't believe how stupid they would be, and I don't feel sorry for stupid people. Give me that contract. I'm going to sign this thing.
Don't you want to read it? You're not going to read it?
I'll tell you what, I know what it is. Don't worry about it. I'll tell you what, next week, when the Midnight Express faces the Dynamic Dudes in an Anything Goes match, it's going to be the greatest thing anybody ever saw, isn't it now?
Well, can I add one thing to that?
What?
This contract does not say the Midnight Express versus the Dynamic Dudes. This contract says next week, you just signed it, you are going to wrestle Shane Douglas in an Anything Goes match next week, and I got the contract. I got the contract, and you're not getting it. Fans, you done signed it. It's too late. Fans, let's go to the ring.
So, Doc, you got the comments on this? Sounds like Cornette has boxed himself into a corner here.
Yeah, I popped when he threw the pin up in the air. That was good. Corny always has the little touches.
Yep, unfortunately, the contract is for Cornette versus Douglas. Corny's not very happy. What else you had, Doc? Anything?
At least it's not him and Johnny Ace.
God, so true.
Yeah.
Harper, what'd you think? Anything?
No. I mean, I saw it already, so ask me tomorrow.
I'll ask you next week.
Ask me next week.
All right. I will do that. All right, so we go to the next match. It is Ranger Ross and Eddie Gilbert. Boy, that's a hell of a tag team. No shot on Eddie Gilbert. No shade against Eddie Gilbert.
Well, he's
versus
being
the
punished by Rick.
Galaxians. He is being punished by Rick right now. Versus the Galaxians. Doc, I'm going to throw it to you. What do you have?
My only note was, looks like Eddie Gilbert's being punished by Rick.
I'm in agreement, man.
Is Missy
This was
still with
great.
him at this point?
No, well, Missy, this is winter. Wouldn't you say this is the winter time now, Doc?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Missy said they split or were divorced by the fall.
Oh.
So I think they're done at this point. Missy and Eddie are done. Missy's going to be back, I'll say soon. I mean, a little bit of ways away, but she'll be back. She was sent home because she was fat, as we were told on Twitter. On that note, I've got nothing like Doc. Eddie's being punished.
This was great, though. It took a while, and I was at that point in the show where I was like, man, I hate 86-minute long shows, and I could just hit fast forward.
They actually didn't have like a bad match because, I mean, the Galaxians are not like your standard, just bullshit enhancement talent guys. I mean, they actually are guys with talent. But you've got Ranger Ross in there, and I don't know. He's just a turd, and I just can't do it, man. He's just not a good wrestler, man. And it's there's nothing about him says, oh, I want to be emotionally invested in what he's gonna do.
He's like the top end version of Nighthawk. What was his name? Nighthawk?
Yeah.
This is the best that they could have ever hoped for with Nighthawk, was that he would turn into Ranger Ross.
It was like Joe Nighthawk
Coltrane.
Remember that guy, Harper? You probably don't remember it. Oh, you remember
the guy with what's his name? Oh God, he
was by himself.
Is he the guy with the interviewer wearing a suit?
I don't know if he had a suit on at first or like one of those.
Wait! Fucking Ice Train. That's what you said?
No. This is a different guy. This is 1986. We're talking about.
Oh, it was a black dude that like wore a suit.
I don't remember having a suit though. I don't remember him having a suit.
No. He was serious.
We might be thinking about the same person.
And you saw him like twice. You never saw him again.
That was him.
That was him. Saw him twice and never saw him again. Yep. That was him.
He was so bad the first time they sent Corny out to like make fun of him and save him.
We'll keep the show moving. We got Lex Luger versus Sting. This is a United States title match. I'm not going to say this is pay-per-view quality, but it was definitely good and a pay-per-view quality match. I should say, actually, I don't think about it. It really was more or less pay-per-view quality. Doc, I'm going to throw it to you. They brought their A game, I thought, in this match. I thought they both did really well. What did you have from this?
What I'm about to say is not about these two guys, but I used to hate that shit, and I still do, but especially back when I bought pay-per-views, and then the next night they'd show the same match and have a rematch on Nitro or Raw, and I'm like, well, shit, why did I just buy the pay-per-view?
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Well, that's kind of what this feels like.
Yeah, fuck that. That's like paying to see the Tyson fight, and then the next night it's on fucking ESPN.
So I hear you, Doc, and this is why we fussed.
Now, hold on.
At Starrcade.
We watch this every week, and I'd rather watch these two guys wrestle than 3 squash matches during this time. So I'm, like I said, it's okay.
Well, and this is what we talked about, if you remember, during Starrcade. We were like, man, you're giving it away, and here we are, literally. I mean, we're looking at it. Now this is on free TV, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now it's actually for the title, which at Starrcade it wasn't.
So this is more important than the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Shut up.
Yeah. And that's the part where you're like, okay, this is.
So I want to be real clear to all the White Claw Army out there that I'm not. This isn't critical of the two guys in the ring, because I thought they put their time in, and they're gonna be good together. They were at Starrcade. This is all about the creative.
Oh,
what
boy.
are we doing?
Well, there was a booking committee at this point, so
Imagine you're abroad, you see that coming at you. That fucking right angle triangle to separate your parts.
what?
1 in the stink and 2 in the pink.
Okay.
The shocker.
The shocker.
Right when he falls through the fucking wall.
I don't know what made me do this just now, but I just went to Twitter because I was looking for something for the show. And the first tweet that pops up is the Iron Sheik. The soup of the day is go fuck yourself. This dude, he's a train wreck. Oh my God. You just scroll. May the 4th go fuck yourself. God, this dude he's a train wreck on there. All right. So what else you got from this, Doc?
Not a lot. I mean,
did you at least think they had a good match? I know I hear your complaint. Your complaint is valid.
No, I do. And I was actually wondering, because again, you got to remember, I've never seen this show in my life until this week. This program I'd never seen. And so I was wondering if they were going to maybe get the U.S. title off of Sting. I mean, off of Luger. So Luger could battle Rick. But then I remembered the storyline with the Horseman coming up. So there you go.
Watch Luger right here. I wanted to point this out to y'all. Luger's leading this match with Sting. Watch him call the spots.
Oh, I would imagine so.
Look at him. Look at him. He's talking to him. He's calling the spots right there. He literally the whole time he says 3 different things to him. So I pointed that out because, again, Luger wasn't your favorite either at a time, Doc. But you've come around and we've all said Luger's having a great 89, going into 90, gonna have a great 90.
I have admitted that since the start of this show, when I said Luger helped kill the WCW, that I'm rescinded that, and that he was better than I remember. I have said that.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
You haven't heard me say anything similar about that with Sting. So and I tried to tell you the other night, Sting seems like a good person in real life. I just don't like watching him wrestle.
Was it during the Macho documentary that you texted me that? Because there was something Sting said, and we were like, Sting's the only truthful one here. What were we talking about? I don't remember.
I think we were talking about what we would have both done to that girl, Gorgeous George, back in the day.
That's not true, but okay. Maybe what you would have done.
Come on. I'm friends with her on Facebook.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Has she ever slid into your DMs? Because, I mean, you're hard body Harper. They all slide into your DMs.
No.
No, not yet?
No.
What about Tony
Storm? I want to watch
Storm?
that fucking Macho Man documentary, and then I get the dark side of the ring and not when fucking mixed up all the time.
Well, the Macho Man one you didn't miss much because it was more like a burial of him than it was a good documentary, and I'll leave it at that. The Austin one, the Piper one's definitely good.
Yeah,
definitely.
I like the Austin one. Really good.
Yeah.
I wish he would have mentioned more about his family growing up, because I know his dad kind of pieced out on him.
Yep.
And his mom remarried, and his stepdad adopted him, and I think that's when he became Steve Williams, because he took his last name.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember on his podcast years ago saying I think he only saw his dad one time later on. It was when he was working for WCW. Someone comes up and says, "Hey, some guy says so-and-so, he's your dad. He's here." And he kind of bullshitted with him for a little bit. And he's like, "Hey, I'm just glad you're doing well," and yada, yada, yada.
Man, back in the day, it didn't take much, man. You could just get the fuck out if you were a dad.
Yeah, and like there was no, well, I want to sue that shithead for child support. He would just disappear like Batman.
Gone. Man, Mike, Mike, you know this. You can't go to the other side of the house without giving a report on what you're doing these days.
Right. Yeah. I guess she's like,
why
what
were
are you
you
doing? It's like,
why
I'm
were you
going to
back?
go put my phone in. My fucking charger. That's what I'm going to go do. Fuck.
Why were you back in this room?
Well, you see.
Am I wrong, Mike?
Your knee is messed up, and you're not letting me circle, dot, dot. So, I had to go do the Jaworski.
That's nice.
It's no longer called cranking. It's called I'm going in the room to do the Jaworski.
Oh.
That guy.
I'm going to pull a Darren and jerk off.
Pull a Darren. All right, let's go back to this match with Luger and Sting. I'm going to play the finish for us here. Here it is.
Or Luger will press his advantage to a victory. when you're fighting that hard and perspiring that heavily, as you can see it beaded across his forehead. He came charging across. I'm sure did not see that chair until he had already committed his body. Uh-oh, wait a minute. What is he doing now?
Corporation, Sawyer, Dragon Master, and Luger in the ring. Flair's trying to find a roll. For the throw.
Well, everything's broken loose now, and Flair's got to be in a lot of trouble.
Here comes the Anderson. Only an Arn Anderson. Luger is taking the coward's way out. Luger's leaving the ring.
So I let it play because of all the shenanigans and stuff that went down at the end. Doc, did you have any thoughts on all the extra stuff that went down?
There's lots of oh God. I don't have any more thoughts. They're all gone.
Z-Man and Pillman just blocked Doc's train of thought. But so Luger gets a folding chair at the end, and he swings it at Sting and misses. Sting rolls up Luger, but Luger kicks out. Luger backs his way into the corner. Luger picks up the chair just as Sting is about to hit the Stinger Splash on him. The ref calls for the DQ, so Sting wins. And Luger is about to attack Sting with the chair after the match, but Flair comes in and saves Sting. And then Flair, he lays a bunch of chops into Luger. That's what you heard. The crowd's going crazy. Got to give them credit there. I mean, they really did good there. The crowd was all into it. J-Tex Corporation comes into the ring, though, to help Luger. And then Ole and Arn hit the ring. Luger just says, I'm out of here, man. I didn't sign up for all this. And J-Tex, they powder out as well as we go to commercial. It was really chaotic. I mean, it kind of, leads things into where we're going. Because, I mean, here we got, Sting. So does that mean, I'm not saying this is what it means, but does that mean Luger's aligned with J-Tex or what the heck's going on? We don't know. But it was exciting. And I'm with Doc, what he first said. We literally gave this away on free TV after we saw them fight for nothing during a pay-per-view in a tournament match. I don't know what else we can say about it other than that. Harper, you got any additional thoughts?
That was great, man. That's the kind of shit that if I saw that as a kid sit on the sofa, I would stand up to watch.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like the way they did it, I hate to say this, but that's the type of thing you watch as a kid and it got you excited.
Yeah.
But again, it overdid everything that they did in that pay-per-view in the singles match that meant nothing other than the tournament win. I say it meant nothing. 20 points they could win if they won the match. Well, whatever. This actual title was on the line, even though it ended up in a DQ. So.
And that's how it should have fucking ended.
Yeah,
there's
exactly.
like 2 minutes left.
100%.
The show. That's how the show should have ended.
Yeah.
I agree. Because now we go to the Z-Man and Pillman.
Z-Man just looks like, hey, I'm Tom Zink, and I'll be your server tonight. Can I start you off with something to drink?
How about appetizer?
Would you like something from the bar? Perhaps an appetizer?
Dude, so we've been talking about this for a few weeks. They just took the guy to the right, Brian Pillman, and Z-Man is a 30-pound ice chest worth of ice, and they just dumped it on Pillman.
I remember the Z-Man being big. Not like, I remember it being kind of like a big deal back then as a kid.
I don't know. I mean, this is how I remember him. Just no charisma. Just an
Italian
the guy
with the mullet and the gym membership.
And he talks here for a little while, and I felt so bad for Pillman.
That's the look of Pillman going, they're killing me here. I might be new to the business, but I wasn't born yesterday.
this guy was so over. He's doing great things, great matches with Luger, building him up, phenomenal talent. Let's put him with Z-Man. Oh, Harper, I need to hear your thoughts. We got Mike Thor and Sean Regal in the ring, and I'm going to pause it. What do you think of this guy?
Convicted felon.
Well, what kind of felony?
Oh, from selling drugs in a nightclub. He sold drugs to a fucking undercover cop in Fat City.
Selling prescription pills?
Mm-hmm. Or selling coke in a fucking club.
Sean Regal. I knew Harper was getting wound up because he's like, look at this guy.
That guy's sitting on every girl in the club. Every one of them.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about a volume shooter.
He's a volume shooter. You're right.
You only need one.
That's true, right?
Well, we've got Mike.
Look at this shit.
What
the fuck
Mike
is
Thor.
that? You know what they look like? You remember that old YouTube video, Greg? The guy Greg, the fucking green guy from the swamp.
Hold on. It's the New Zealand militia is what he's talking about. And let me point to the people as I get Harper to describe what they're wearing. Lord Littlebrook's dancing and New Zealand militia walking out. Harper, who are they now? What do they look like?
I forgot that he was something Greg, the green guy from the swamp, and he had the green moss hanging off of him. You remember that, Doc?
No, but what does that little fella smell like?
Oh.
I'm laughing because of that. Because of the video shout out you did for Chris Browning's friend, or was it Chris Browning's friend at the end when you said, "Stay away from midgets; they smell bad."
Yeah,
I didn't know about that.
Because his friend has a
and fucking skin bracer. Like how old people do.
Old people take a bath and skin brace?
Yeah, like if they stink, they just they just get fucking Old Spice and Brood or skin bracer and just put that shit all over.
Oh.
No, they won't smell me. I'm not gonna smell like piss now.
Skin bracer.
I wear a skin bracer.
You do? They still sell that?
Yeah.
The little fella had a lot of kids. That's all I know.
Aqua Velva, bruh. Remember Pete Rose used to have commercials for that shit.
Damn.
He looks like he would wear Brute, too.
And I wear the after.
All right. New Zealand militia are going to win. I don't know what that music was the militia came out to, but whatever. New Zealand militia win. Doc, you got any thoughts?
No,
this
I
guy
fast
fucking
forwarded.
locks up with him and says, "Hey man, you want to buy some pills?" I got some in my boot. Just
put me in a head scissors and I'll fish them out.
Yeah. After the show, meet me by the red Camaro parked in the back.
Which one?
This guy's small, man. Look at that mess up. This guy's small. He makes Rip Morgan look. I mean, Rip is actually a big guy, but he looks huge next to this guy. Oh my God. What a I've got nothing else from this, Doc. Do you? Jesus.
F.
Felon. That's what I see.
Well, we keep moving, and the next match is Flying Brian Pillman and the Z-Man versus Nasty Ned, Brady, and Bob Cook. Doc, you got any thoughts on this masterpiece
This was
of a
magnum
match?
fast.
It was fast. Well, Pillman and Z-Man, they win quickly, but Hayes and Garvin come out after the match, and Pillman and after they win. They start brawling. Gordon and Jim Ross say they'll keep the cameras rolling if we go off air before this ends. And the show does end. That's how they end it. So I'm with Harper. They should have ended it with Sting and Luger and all that aftermath. They should have put this stuff before. But I get it. If they're doing 2 TV tapings there that night, you needed something else. Cool off. I don't know how to explain it. You know, they're going to go off air with something else next week. But anyway.
I tell you, that guy's a good jobber. The one that was just in a ring.
Rock Hard Rick?
No,
the guy
he's talking about
him.
Bob Cook, him.
He works a match with Arn Anderson next week, and it's just he does a good job. He knows what he's doing.
You see how he took the hip toss?
Mm-hmm.
In the back, and then the bump right there on the drop kick. He knew what he was doing. Harper's right. He's not just flopping around. He got a lot of height on that hip toss, and then the bump he takes. Like if you watch on the hip toss, he really gets up and goes over. He hips the ropes fine.
Goes under him fine.
Look how he gets up, and then he rolls the right way, takes that bump. Yeah, he knows what he's doing. On that note, they win quickly, though. And that's it. That's a wrap for the show. So we got to rate it and hand out some Rolex. Before we do so, I want to remind everyone, please use the Amazon Associates link if you're shopping on Amazon. It is tinyurl.com/BTTAmazon. A great way to support this show without spending anything extra. If you're already shopping on Amazon, please use that link every time you shop there. Give that link to the wives, girlfriends, side pieces, whatever you have in your life, and tell them to use it every time they shop on Amazon. Again, it's tinyurl.com/BTTAmazon. And don't forget to get access to all of our Patreon content. Go to tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT. A great way to not only support the show, but you get a lot of extra content in return. Over 300 plus Patreon episodes, including the video versions of these, are on Patreon at tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT. Okay, so
300
Doc?
300 patron episodes and counting.
That's right. Doc, you want to rate it or Rolex first? Which one?
As you would say, let's rate this puppy. See how dumb that sounds?
You want to rate it or Rolex first? Which one are we going with here?
What do you want to do?
Yeah.
All right.
What do you want to
I'm gonna hand out my Rolex first, since Doc is acting like a woman, because he is one, and his mangina is hurting.
One. You're gonna. So first, we confuse everybody.
And I am going to give my Rolex to Arn Anderson because his promo was phenomenal. So Arn's going to get my Rolex. Doc, who you want to give your Rolex to, or if you're not over there powdering your snatch still?
Mic check. Do you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you just fine.
Okay.
Oh, you thought I couldn't hear you because I was ignoring you. Oh, that's good.
Oh. Well, this cheap BTT laptop that I got, the Ethernet doesn't really connect well, so I have to sit very still and keep it in there.
I think it's your cord and not the laptop, but okay.
Yeah, the cord's probably fucked.
Yeah. Just saying.
Thanks for the solidarity, Harper.
Well,
Harper knows.
Did you reset your computer?
Sir, have you tried restarting the machine? I'm going to give my Rolex to Arn as well.
Harper, who are you giving your Rolex to?
Double A.
All right, good stuff. Doc, rate it.
Man, I thought they really tried on this one, and not everything worked, but there was a lot flying at us here. I'm going to give this an A.
I think I'm in agreement with you. I'm giving it an A too. I like the episode. There was some good stuff in this.
And hey, it didn't have to be a pay-per-view angle, but the Fantastics and Midnights is good wrestling to watch, so there you go.
Harper, you rate it.
Hey.
Didn't watch it, but rated it an A. I got you.
I just did watch it.
I'm messing with you. Yeah, this is an A. This was good. I got no complaints on it. So
we all gave it an A, and we all gave it to double A.
Clean sweep.
Yeah.
Clean sweep. All right, Harper, before we get out of here, we got to mention a few things. What's that email address of yours? ChrisHarper16 at Wildcat?
At Gmail.
That's right. Chris Harper 16 Wildcat at gmail.com. So again, if you want a video shout out, you want life advice, you want to get some advice for a friend of yours or a loved one,
Or is it 16
or you want
Wildcat?
Oh no.
Oh.
Wait. Let me see.
Uh-oh.
Oh, fuck.
No, I got it.
Fucking Michael.
Uh-oh.
Wait.
Let's see what it is. Hold
What
on.
is it?
This is why we don't read ads. For other what company?
Chris
what
Harper
company would
16
trust
Wildcat.
Yeah, it's Chris Harper 16 Wildcat at gmail.com. Chris Harper 16 Wildcat at gmail.com. If you want a video shout out, life advice, you want to tell somebody to stick it, Jack, whatever it may be, email Harper at Chris Harper 16 at Chris Harper 16 Wildcat at gmail.com and PayPal him as well. I gotta get that
fucking
PayPal.
dropped off the mat, man. What the fuck?
What are you talking about?
With the fucking the little shout outs.
Oh yeah, that's his way of saying send him $20 so he can do the shout out. It's cc30388cc at yahoo.com is his PayPal. PayPal him $20, email him as well. All of that information is in the show description, and you can get it all there, and you can get your very own shout out. That's how it is. Hey Doc, do you still want to do that thing where Harper raps to one of my kids' beats? Do you still want to try that?
The kid has beats? Like the headphones?
No, like he makes his own beats. Did you drop, Doc? Where are you at?
No, I
go?
didn't. I was just sitting here thinking about how long it would take to produce Harper rapping to actual music.
Well, you'd have to write the lyrics. That's the thing. I ain't writing them. So if you want to take that task on, that's on you. Sounds
Harper
like a lot of work, huh?
Yeah, well, it sounded like a better idea before I actually had to do something. you know, I'm a booker, so I don't like to do a lot of the work. I like to direct others.
Yeah.
You're a booker. Mm.
Well, you used to be. You were telling me how big you were. How big of a booker you used to be earlier today. So you know how it is.
I'm shocked you didn't realize that. I mean, I thought that was something you knew.
I take very little interest in your personal life, Mike.
That's BS.
Now, I think the big question here is, Harper, do you think that you could successfully rap some words?
I could rap.
Is that because it's not a very hard thing to do?
Like a spinach rap. I could rap.
So does your son
we
have
would just
some...
need a...
You
we
might...
We would just need to give him some lyrics from like just a popular rap song. Just be like, rap this to this beat. Like, really, I think that could do it. Like, just send him some Snoop or some Dr. Dre from the 90s and just be like, read this to the rap song. Can you do that, sir? And if he...
Just read that to the beat.
Yeah, and if he could do that, we might be able to do something with it.
See, I think it's got to be more about inserting headphone jacks and shooting on backs. You know what I mean?
I mean, just play Snoop. You know what ain't shit but hoes and tricks, and he can just.
We
give
don't
him those
own
lyrics.
that, Mike.
No, yeah. he can rap the lyrics to a beat that one of my kids make.
One of your kids, both of your kids are making beats now?
No, you know what I'm saying.
I really don't, but I'm not following any of this. I'm not
he's
really
making money off that stuff too.
I'm not really down on how you steal money in the rap game. Here's what I do know.
He's selling those beats for $30 a piece, and people are buying them.
That's better than Harper's deal.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Would he double the price because it's to you?
Well, I'm just selling it. I'm not selling it.
Would you just break in his room and steal one of his beats?
I'm just playing it. He's got a whole site and everything.
Well,
He's
who
got like
buys
a-
them
he's like-
from him?
I don't know.
Are you sure this kid has a lot of initiative? Are you sure you're his father?
He's got a mixing board in his room that my brother-in-law gave him, and it's some stuff, bruh.
And you're gonna
I mean,
have to face that time when he's making enough money that you got to convince him to stay in school.
Well, we'll see what happens.
And then you're gonna be like, brother, you need a manager. And you're gonna be just like when you got mad because your dad was selling Tim Menace t-shirts.
Bruh.
And you will realize you've turned into your
I
father.
don't think I've ever told Harper that story.
Wait, what?
Man, my dad showed up at the Civic Center, the St. Bernard Civic Center. And we had crowd, man. We drew crowds there at that time. He shows up, and he had been telling me for a while, he's like, I'm going to get some shirts made for you. I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm thinking, you going to get some shirts made for me. I mean, obviously, I need to give you some money because I got to cover the cost of the goods. And then if you're going to sell them for me, I'm going to make some profit off of it, right? Like, that's generally how it works. Because let's say you get, I don't know, I'm just round number, 10 shirts, and the shirts are $5 a piece to get printed. And so the printed shirt plus the shirt is $5. And then you're going to turn around and sell it for, say, 15. I mean, you got to remember, this is the mid-90s, right?
Yeah.
Stuff's cheaper then. So anyway, I'm thinking that's what he was doing. This fool, he went and got shirts made, and he comes to the show, and he sells them. And he's like, I pretty much sold out. He's like, they kept coming up to me asking if I had big sizes, because fucking wrestling fans,
They always want the goddamn big sizes. You fat
Right.
asses. Fuck.
Right. They were 3X, 4X, and I think all he got was up to like 2X, which, I mean, I don't blame him, that's what he got. So I think he had like mediums, larges, XLs, and 2Xs. And I mean, I honestly didn't, I was like, I guess, some shirts will sell. I don't know, but a bunch of shirts sold that night. I don't remember the number, so I couldn't tell you, but he almost sold out outside of like some mediums. And I think he came to like the next one and same thing. So I was like, well, how much did you make? And I don't even remember now what the figure was. I'd be lying if I tried to come up with it. It's been so long. I mean, this is over 20 years ago now. This motherfucker made money and never paid me from it.
Who was the real worker here?
So,
Yeah.
and Doc, I don't even remember, like, this is
That's
a long
where you
time.
get
This
this
is-
shit from.
So then, this was the best thing. This was the best one. And I've heard this from actually wrestling promoters over the years as well. He said, I'm going to put it back into the pot, and that's what I'll buy the more shirts from. And, we got to start somewhere, right? Like, yeah, okay. Bruh, I mean, he probably didn't make a killing off of it. He may have made...
It's the principle.
He may have made $200 over the course of a couple of shows, right? And again, shirts are selling probably from that time, probably around $15 at the most. Like, and no taxes, obviously. It's all cash at that point.
Yeah.
But my point being, like, I was like, this motherfucker printed shirts. And I remember thinking about it years later. I was like, what a fucking carny bastard. Printed shirts. Rest in peace, Pops. Good job.
That's what you're gonna do, is break in and steal some beats and manage
I
your
don't have to
son's
break
career.
in. I'm on his website right now. I can get to his site. I can play them from the site. You just can't download them from the site. So in order to download it, you got to buy them from him. So but
he
I
has
can
some
play
sick
it.
beats that I could put some. You need to send me some MP4s, and I can so I can get my juices flowing and write some lyrics for Harper.
I remember one day I was sitting here. I was like going through it. I'm like, what is this? Like, so I hit play and I'm like, this motherfucker's really serious. And I start scrolling the website. I'm like, look at all these goddamn beats. So anyway, yeah, man, he's doing his thing, bro. And he's a worker too, because he's got free ones up. Like, like, here, download this one. It's free. There's no cost for this one. So he's giving samples away along with, making,
sounds like being a carny skipped a generation in your family.
Harper knows what I'm talking about promoters though, man. They'll tell, bro, we'll put the money back into the pot. I get you. I'll pay you a little bit more next time. They tell you everything known to man
I don't
to
believe
get away.
anyone.
I don't either. Been through too much.
I don't
like,
give a
for
fuck
real.
who it is.
Like I said, anytime your own parents will work you out of a couple $100. And the thing was, bro, I wasn't even mad. My mom was mad. She got hot. She's like, what?
That's just like him. That's
exactly, yeah. That motherfucker owes X amount of dollars in child support all these years later, and he did what? I was like, you need to calm the fuck down. All right? I told you because I actually thought it was funny. Like, I kind of laughed. Like, that's pretty fucking good, man. You got some shirts made. I didn't tell you the best thing, Doc. Did I tell you this part? He misspelled my name on one of the shirts. The first batch, it was misspelled. I wish I had an example of it.
Menace?
Yeah.
Did he call you Meance?
No, he spelled it MENANCE. He put an N in between the A and the C. And I remember after he sold...
St. Bernard even fucking caught it.
Bruh, that's what I said.
Shirts.
You know who bought one? You know who I think bought one? Well, he may be bullshitting me. Devin. I think Devin had one because he used to go to those shows.
Yeah.
He was just a young kid. Yeah, Devin was a young kid back then. So like, I think he might have had one, but I'm not sure. So anyway, long story short, yeah, bro, he misspelled the name on the first batch. He misspelled the name, and I told him, I called him, I was like, you realize you're selling shirts with the word menace spelled wrong? No, huh? Yeah, asshole. Let me show it to you. Well, I couldn't show it to him. I couldn't text it at that time, but I was like, why don't you go look at one of the shirts you got left over? And he goes and he's like, I'll be damned. How'd that happen? Because you fucking spelled it wrong, asshole. I mean, bro, my dad didn't graduate from high school. I mean, what do you want me to do? I mean, he got
nice.
He got a GED in his 30s. I mean, come on, man. I mean, you know.
That's good.
I guess.
Boy, taking a long time to finish school runs in your family too.
Yeah, I know, huh? That's where you get that shit from.
Well, at least I have a college degree, unlike him, who doesn't even have a diploma. He's got a GED.
Well, hey, look, that's.
We're not saying bad things about him. That we're saying that he's stuck with it.
Yeah.
You, on the other hand, what a piece of shit.
Oh man, you're an asshole. Oh boy. All right. On that note, wow, we've gone long tonight. Doc, is it time to get out of here?
It is time to get out of here, but I think we all are better for having heard family story time with the Menants.
Bro, I'll never forget calling him going, the fucking shirt says Menants to society. What are you talking about?
No,
what do you mean?
No, it doesn't.
Yeah. No, it doesn't. You're pulling my leg. You're full of shit, boy. I said, go grab the shirt or one that you got. I don't feel like getting up right now. I said, go grab the shirt. He got up out of his lazy boy, whatever he was doing at the moment, and looks at the shirt. He's like, bruh.
Well, I'll be damned.
Shit. And I would have said you must have been drinking when you passed or wrote it down and gave it to the whoever made the shirts, but he never drank, bro. He wasn't like a beer drinker or nothing. So like he didn't drink hard liquor either, hardly ever. I mean, he drank, but just not often. Menants to society. Good God. You should have seen the design on this bullshit too, bro. It had like a person on it, and they had like a bandana over their face.
I thought it would be a picture of you standing next to that brass knuckles trophy.
No, he got some bullshit artists to do it that didn't know what the hell they were doing. And again, I'm shocked that he sold all the shirts. Like, I don't know. I still can't believe he sold all them damn shirts. I was like, dude, how'd you sell all them shirts? Let me tell you, this asshole, like, he calls me and he's like, what time you want me to meet you there? Because this is before like cell phones were really like a big thing. And I was like, well, I'll probably get there like an hour and 15. I like to get there before the actual doors open. So I'll probably be there an hour and a half, hour and 15 minutes before. All right, because I need you to let me in so I can set up. And I was like, you got that much shit? And he was like, yeah, so you can get me a table? I was like, yeah, that's not hard. I know the promoter pretty well. All right. So I get him set up with the table, and he starts breaking out these boxes. Like, oh, shit, all right. So he got there. That bastard knew what he was doing. He got there early, had all the shirts. Thanks, Doc, for bringing up bad memories.
That's
Appreciate
nice.
it. You know, we couldn't all be father of a year like Harper's dad, who walked around with a briefcase, and if somebody ever tried to fight him, hit him with the briefcase. Shit. I hate you. Okay, Doc, is it time to go now?
It's been time to go.
All right, well, Harper, hit the tagline. Oh, real quick, check out Our Vantage Point, the Retro Wrestling Podcast with Joe Murata and Michael Quinn, the northern version of BTT, slightly classier, a little bit more professional, but still fun nonetheless. I got on so much of a rant about my dad and his stealing of my money back in the day that I almost forgot to mention my friends from OVP, and I thank you very much, Joe and Quinn, for all your plugs. And check out the Bottom Line Cast, which is a pod on the career of Stone Cold Steve Austin, run by JV and Mike Prue, who do our ECW show on their feed, on the Patreon feed. So thank you very much. Appreciate all the plugs, guys. Harper, on that note, hit the tagline. Let's go home.